this is the mining claims map of the acquisition. So, yes. Oh, is it? The top button. So, we just purchased, the Mayflower acquisition included everything in green and 50% of this purple area that was a disputed partition. We get 50% and Talisker, or now Wells Fargo, gets 50%. It's right up in the top of the mountains in Deer Valley. The village on Mayflower we've been talking about is primarily just in this area. This is Highway 40 right there. And this is Blue Ledge, and also this. It didn't show up because it's not contiguous right there, but this is the Blue Ledge parcel, 40 acres, and you just read the description of the Blue Ledge parcel, which is 95 condos and a small commercial area. That decision hasn't been made, but we're considering moving forward on that relatively quickly. That falls under the MIDA Land Use Authority while we start to complete the environmental mitigation and core infrastructure on the Mayflower site.
So would they be eligible, Mike? Would they be eligible for the funding, like for the ski lift, all the stuff that we approved a year ago? So I forget what the right terminology is.
Tax increment.
Tax increment, MIDA project.
Yeah, the increment.
Yeah.
So they qualify for it under that, under the MIDA umbrella.
The Blue Ledge has tolling agreement, but everything else qualifies under our.
And just so you know, when we did Blue Ledge, it was really in keeping with what Mike's talking about. You had a list of top priorities, and we committed in our development agreement with MIDA that we would use 66% of the tax increment that we received purely for the ski improvements. And then the remainder has to be for public type amenities, for example, a day ski parking area there, things like that.
Ma'am, are you comfortable doing just a quick, simple question timeline, maybe on the board if you need it? So,
I'd rather.
when do you expect your first ski?
Oh, that's a really great question. That was because one of the things that Gary has said publicly with people in the county as well as Deer Valley KSL is that he's willing to do ski improvements on the front end. We feel like it will significantly help sell the real estate if people are skiing down to it beforehand. So we anticipate that the total ski improvements, which are pushing about $60 million, will be split into 2 phases. And the first phase will be started very quickly. We're in discussions with Deer Valley right now about starting clearing and grubbing of runs as early as next year. The earliest that you would see skiers coming down there would be the 1920 ski season. Everything from finalizing things with Deer Valley. First you clear and grub the runs, you order the equipment, that comes in, and then it's, lifts are installed. So that I think it's a lot sooner than most people think, because it would happen kind of in concert with the infrastructure going in the base area, and we would have day lodge with all of the skier service amenities and day skier parking in the very early stages.
And did Extell buy all of the holdings of Mayflower?
We purchased everything west of Highway 40.
Right, you got everything. Is there going to be any development on the very west side over above Park City or Midwood?
Well, we look at it as there's kind of, you're talking
Up in there.
that area right there. We've explored it purely. I believe it's spectacular ground. It's a really high elevation. So it would take unique homeowners that wanted to live at 8,000 to 8,800 feet. But our focus is not on that area. Our focus is solely on the village. Anything that would distract us from absorption and selling those units would be a real mistake. I see something like that. If we were to even pursue it, it would kind of be the cherry on top after you created the energy down below. And there's really access, infrastructure, all of those things. Big obstacles.
When do you project you'll be pulling your first permit so that we, so we can have an idea of where?
I do know that we would really like to be doing site work, environmental remediation as soon as the snow is gone next year.
Let's say we have snow.
We're gonna get some. They're making it up there.
Any other questions for that?
This is slightly off, but do you have any connection with One Wasatch? Has that project died? Has that effort died? Or do you think that's going to continue to get pushed? And would you guys try to be part of
We have been to meetings before. That's been a kind of a hotbed of conflict. I can tell you anything that would connect ski resorts, open up opportunities. I look at Deer Valley being so close to Brighton and Alta and those areas. Those are some really interesting things to look at. We're excited that, Deer Valley essentially, they mark on their marketing, they're 2,200 acres. Really about, I want to say 1,000 of that is skiable acres. This is going to add 800 acres and 300 acres of new skiable terrain. So, we're into ski expansions. I don't know enough about that to speak to it. Anyone else on our team?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks for giving us that.
Is there any question from the audience? I could ask. Oh, we got them here. Mike?
I'd like just to say that I've worked with Van and members of his team. The people I've been associated with on the Jordanelle have been strong supporters of both the MITRE project, and we are supporters of Extell coming in. It's good to see one developer dealing with the mountain, with the actual ski mountain, and we won't have some of the issues that we have at other ski resorts. So we welcome Extell, and I don't want to steal any more of your thunder. We look forward to working with you on that.
Thank you.
All the issues that we have raised have to do with US 40 and the east side of the Jordan.
Okay, item number 7.